The documentary Bigger Than Us was screened at the last Cannes Film Festival in its ephemeral selection, Cinema for the Climate. It has now been given an exceptional preview at the Institut Lumière in Lyon. The film was written and directed by Flore Vasseur, a writer and journalist, and produced by Marion Cotillard, who has long been committed to environmental and social causes. Bigger Than Us shows the lives of 7 young men and women from around the world who are fighting for a better future despite the countless obstacles. This is a major concern for Cotillard, who told Euronews about her motivations for supporting this film.
I've always wondered about the impact we've had on future generations and about what exactly is our notion of a future generation. Are we able to see or picture ourselves in 100 years or in 1,000 years? And will our impact prevent them from living at that distant point in the future?
Les empêchera de vivre à ce moment-là si loin.
Every single day, a new line is being crossed, and we have no time to waste.
Flore Vasseur has a long history of activism and documentary filmmaking. She even did a film on Edward Snowden, but she is also motivated by her son and by the discovery of Melati, who even as a child fought against plastic bag pollution on the beaches of Bali, where she's from.
What is it that I can do for the planet not to die? And by the way, what do you do?
I've always been interested in adult activism, but never in what it means to children and to that generation. And so my first motivation was to get an answer for my son, which immediately led me, in 24 hours, to Melati, who I discovered in 2016. When she was 16, she'd already been active for 4 years. She was totally overbooked, overworked. She was not far off a burnout. And I said to myself, if she's to hold out, she has to connect with people like her.
My generation, we are rising, we are speaking up and asking the big, hard questions.
Melati served as the film's narrator and guide on the trip around the planet. The themes of patriarchy, capitalism and white supremacy appear as some of the film's biggest negatives. But it also shows that youth initiatives are not isolated. There is a real generation consensus.
Silva in Brazil.
The director notes that often women are leading the way.
Are changing and sometimes saving lives in their communities.
I didn't think about men or women. I thought about who is being courageous in these movements about ecology, about girls' education, of course, and about freedom of expression, etc. There are many women on these front lines.
For more than 20 years, I've been involved in environmental and social causes.
There is a kind of sisterhood between Flore Vasseur and Marion Cotillard, but for the actress, it's not a question of opposing men and women, but of recognizing legitimate struggles.
She happens to be a woman, and I happen to be a woman. So obviously there is a link there, but we also share subordination. The subordination of women in this world gives them, or creates in them, the need to stand up, to defend themselves, to fight, and to demand justice.
This wave will be so perpetual, it's going to carry everyone away.
This is the first step of a huge project. Together, this may well be
Bigger than us.
The film will close the next San Sebastian International Film Festival. It is expected to be released across Europe in autumn.